ICE arrests illegals at Governor Newsom's presser. Presser calls it sick and pathetic. I find it hilarious because it goes to show if you're here illegally and you're a criminal, you're not safe no matter where you are. You could be standing next to the governor of California. You're still going to be arrested because we live in a country where we believe in law and order. So we're going to talk about it. But before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button. Share this out so we can get this information out there. Subscribe if you're not already a subscriber, and hit that alarm bell so you know when I'm putting out new stuff. Also, check out my link tree in the description. It has a link to my Patreon. That's where I talk about things that I can't talk about here. There's also a link to my Instagram and my X account, so follow me there as well. All right, so let's get into this news. Now, this comes from the Gateway Pundit, and they report that this was not the headline Gavin Newsom was hoping for. Federal agents with the U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement arrested a slew of illegal aliens outside California Governor Gavin Newsom's presser in Los Angeles on Thursday. Several illegals were taken into custody outside the presser in Little Tokyo. Newsom was announcing his plans to change California's congressional seats so Democrats can steal even more seats than they already do in the Golden State. California prevents poll workers from requesting proof of citizenship. They count ballots for weeks until Democrats pull ahead in each race, and they allow ballot harvesting in the state. In other words, their elections are a complete sham and fraud already. On top of that, California Democrats make sure the voter rolls are bloated so Democrats have another tool to steal the pretend elections in the state. On Thursday, ICE arrested several illegals outside Newsom's presser. Newsom called the arrest sick and pathetic. So let's check out the clip here. Here we go.
Right now at 3:01, let's go to our team coverage on that immigration raid in Little Tokyo this morning. Our Robert Kovacic was there when it all unfolded. And let's start with him now live downtown. Robert.
Lolita, it was simply our goal to join my colleague Conan Nolan inside of the museum for the governor's news conference, but we never got there because there they were, a number of them, helmeted, camouflaged, armed, and masked. Border Patrol agents that came as a surprise to us, but Border Patrol telling NBC4 investigates it shouldn't come as a surprise. Their show of force here in downtown Los Angeles has been present for several months now and will continue to do so. However, accusations today that this was nothing but political theater.
It's not political theater because they actually arrested people that needed to be arrested. See how the media plays this? They are following the law, and they're upset that our government is following the law.
This morning, uniformed, armed Border Patrol agents outside the entrance to the Japanese-American National Museum that just happens to be the location of a news conference by Governor Newsom. And those agents went to work. A strawberry vendor taken into custody.
Today, Customs and Border Protection is conducting roving patrol duties here, as you can see, in downtown Los Angeles. This is a location that we have conducted these roving patrol duties for the past 2 months. We've been here over 2 months, and as you can see today, we did make an apprehension just a few feet from where I'm standing.
Was Border Patrol in place because of Gavin Newsom's planned announcement to redistrict California in favor of Democrats? They would not respond when asked directly by NBC4 and later by NBC4 Investigates. But the swift arrival of Mayor Bass with her own answer.
Mayor Bass, you're live on NBC4 right now. You do not believe that this just happened to be a coincidence.
There is no way this was a coincidence. This was widely publicized that the governor and many of our other
vein popping out her forehead. Imagine if she go that hard for actual American citizens, man. Imagine how good LA would be if she actually put that energy towards fixing the crime in her city. Imagine how great LA would be if she took all of that energy and did it to actually benefit the people.
Elected officials were having a press conference here to talk about redistricting, and they decided they were going to come and thumb their nose in front of the governor's face.
And she was joined by leading Democrats on Capitol Hill who were here to support Newsom's plan.
It's not a coincidence. I mean, Trump is all about spectacle. He's trying to intimidate. But guess what? Californians don't get intimidated.
Are they here to arrest the governor and the senators? I'm sure Trump would like to. And he seems to regard these ICE agents as his own personal political police.
Border Patrol's Greg Bovino, speaking directly to NBC4 Investigates, says the man they cuffed today and took away was done so because he was in this country illegally. No matter, according to Congresswoman Maxine Waters.
And we know that you're trying to somehow indicate that you're saving other Californians from all of those that you have targeted. Stay out of here. We don't want you.
Well, if Governor Newsom and Bass were doing their job, the federal government wouldn't have to be in there picking people up. That's the thing that they're not talking about.
Mayor Bass was seen talking to and comforting the family of that strawberry vendor. Our partner, Telemundo 52, spoke with them also, and they explained they simply took him away. But again, Border Patrol telling NBC4 Investigates that man was in this country illegally. And I'm quoting here, Lolita, breaking the law is not a coincidence. Breaking the law is breaking the law. Live here in Little Tokyo, I'm Robert Kovacic. Let's see it.
They act like they picked up an innocent person that didn't break the law. That's not in this country illegally. This is crazy. We live in freaking bizarro world. The left has lost their everlasting minds.
All right, Robert, let's continue our team coverage here with Conan Nolan. You were at the governor's news conference there, which is focused on the topic of creating new district maps following the president's move to do the same in other states. Conan.
That's right. So this had all the makings of a good old political party rally, which it was, with the exception of what was outside of the time, which you saw moments ago. Governor Gavin Newsom at the Japanese-American Museum and its Center for Democracy, flanked by Senators Adam Schiff, Alex Padilla, along with labor union leaders, kicking off their special election campaign this November to redraw the boundaries of California's 52 House seats with the goal of eliminating 5 GOP seats. Now, this is in response to what Republicans in Texas are doing at the behest of President Trump. That is to redraw their maps to eliminate 5 Democratic House seats in the Lone Star State. This is all about next year's congressional election, where Democrats hope to gain a...
But none of that stuff is going to matter because all we have to do is in Texas redraw the maps here in Texas for 5 more 5 more districts. They will lose. Like, Democrats can't win this. This is the rules. They created these rules. They were the first ones to gerrymander. They came up with this stuff. And now that Republicans are actually fighting back and doing something about it, they're upset. But this is a war. They're not going to win this.
Majority in the House of Representatives, which would effectively shut down the president's legislative agenda. The governor saying that the new borders will go before our voters in a special election, and that will only last for 3 election cycles, after which the job will return to a civilian redistricting commission. Those inside
see how they playing these games. But I think I read somewhere. I'm gonna see if I can find. Maybe I'll do a video on it. The actual California voters don't want this. They don't want to redraw the district maps. See how they they created the rules. Now that the rules is not working for them, they want to go in and change the rules, change the laws. It's classic Democratic tactics.
The rally today were made aware of the mobilization of immigration agents outside the news conference in the Democracy Plaza. I asked the governor about that during a press conference after the rally. Could you speak to the ICE action outside the news conference?
It's pretty sick and pathetic. And it just said everything you need to know, the setting that we're under. That they chose the time, manner, and place to send their district director outside right when we're about to have this press conference. Said everything you know about Donald Trump's America. Wake up, America. Wake up. You will not have a country if he rigs this election.
Yeah,
you will have a president.
We will not have a country if the Democrats take back over. And because we are the party of law and order. They are upset that we are adhering to the laws that is on our books. And they're mad about it. It's simple as that. It's simple as that. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this. Leave y'all comments down below. Like, share, and subscribe. And check out jjthepsychotherapist.com for the latest in news. Until next time, peace.